Service dogs are wildly expensive. I say all the time they are one of the most expensive and involved treatments out there. And people are like, oh, well, not if you owner train. It's a common misconception that owner training means training alone. But service dogs have to be trained to a fairly high level, and you being able to get there alone with no experience is not most likely going to happen. The more likely route is that you'll find local trainers or group classes in your area to help you learn along the way. In my price breakdown, I'm putting in very reasonably priced group classes, as well as taking your own time and putting a value amount to it. Because anything that you save in money, you will spend in time and effort. Now, I'm going to start off saying that I went with a very low priced, well bred puppy. It's what I always recommend. I say if you're going to invest in one thing with your service dog, let it be the dog itself. So I said your purebred puppy is going to cost about $2,000. Your average food cost for the first year is around $600. Vaccines and regular vet care is going to be anywhere between $300 and $500 a year, depending on your area that you live in. That can fluctuate a lot. And let's say that your dog gets spayed or neutered within the first 2 years of you having it, and we're going to give a really cheap low end $500 of a spay or neuter. Basic necessities of care are going to be leash, collar, toys, treats, kennel, nail clippers, etc. We're going to say that you went real cheap on all of that too, only spent $250. That little bit cost you about $3,750 just for the dog and care, no training. Now let's move into the training. Let's say that you take an 8-week puppy class and that costs you $150. That's very reasonable for a 8-week class. Then let's say you take a level 1 obedience group class. That's also 8 weeks for $150. Great, they succeed, you move on and you take a CGC or a Canine Good Citizen test in class, and let's say you got a deal for $100. Let's remember that you're training at home and you want to put a value to your time. Let's say that you're going to pay yourself $20 an hour for each hour of training you do. Let's say you do 1 hour completed of at-home training in a week, and you get 2 outdoor or public access settings, so 2 hours a week, bringing your total training to 3 hours per week. Just with those training hours, no give or take, it is costing you just around $7,000 to owner train your dog, and that's just for the first year. That's if you don't need help training tasks and need to hire a one-on-one trainer, because those can be more expensive. I make this video because people wonder why program dogs are so expensive, and the answer is you are paying people a livable wage to train a dog to a very high level. But I also like to put the owner handler's time into perspective, because if you think about it like that, yes, training a service dog gets very, very expensive. Every hour that you spend on training is an hour that you can't be working or doing other things. I think if you already have a fair amount of experience training dogs in the past, yes, you could probably get away with doing most of these training hours yourself. But even training a pet dog is not the same as training a service dog, and the likelihood of you wanting and or needing help, running into something and needing a class or needing a one-on-one trainer is fairly high, and you should be accounting for that. Another argument I see is going to be, I don't need to spend that much on a dog. First of all, $2,000 on a dog is not that bad. And secondly, you are making a 10-year investment. With a service dog's career span, it's honestly going to be more like a 6 to 8 year investment, but you will have that dog for a very long time. And if it has bad genetics or bad joints, you will end up paying that cost that you saved on buying the puppy in vet bills down the line. If you're investing in a partner and a lifeline, that is definitely where I would place my investment.